All right, hey guys, welcome back to another solo Sunday. Today we're going to be playing one of my favorite games of all time. It's called Tehkenu. It's part of the T series of games from Board and Dice. If you guys know, they do a lot of these heavy Euro games that start with the letter T. So Tehkenu. Um, Normally there would be this obelisk here casting a shadow onto some of the spots, but because it's kind of obstructing for me to see, as well as it kind of blocks part of the camera, we're going to go ahead and remove that. But know that normally it would be there. Um, so I'm going to be the blue player. The Otama is going to be the purple player. And basically this is a dice drafting. We're going to draft a die in a different area to do an action. And every two of those, we're going to rotate the wheel. And then basically we get 16 turns. The way the game works, 16 turns, game's over. I'll kind of explain the actions as we kind of go through them. But to start off, there are a couple of things. So we both start on 10 points, which is up here. I do have it kind of cut off the victory point track around the top just because of space. This is our player board. The Otama is going to be dictated by but this pyramid here, and we'll go over that here in a moment. Here are random, what are these called? We pulled some random artifact cards. I'll get into what those mean in a moment. These Ankh cards, I'm going to shuffle these two, give one to the Otama. The only reason they're going to have this is for the number here. And then we get to choose for the other three, but they're going to get that one. So we're going to get a choice between these three. This is my power. So my power is Cult of Tuartet. Anytime it says anytime we build a quarry or a workshop, we're going to get to move 3 up on our soldier track. So that's over here. Anytime we build here, we're going to get to move 3 up here. While I didn't show the other options, I haven't started my starting resources, but these are the two starting resource cards we're going to use. We're going to get this one, which is going to increase our population by 3. So 1, 2, 3, and our happiness by 2. So, and then we're going to move 4 up on this track. And then this will get us 2 of the, we're going to look at 2 of these cards, which are technology cards. So there are 3 kinds of cards we'll get into, but the technology cards are basically ongoing effects. So basically, anytime we take a 1 die, it says when you perform an action with a die using 1 value, you get 2 victory points. Or we have, whenever we take a blessing card, which are the cards here, the white back cards with the hand on the back, we'll get a gold. Golds are wild resources. Actually, I like both of these. But I think we'll probably get more utility out of this. So we're going to use this one. I'll put that back. And then our decree card is an endgame scoring card. And our decree card here, kind of show you what that is. So basically, these marks, if we get our population, right, so per one of these marks we've reached, we can pay a resource at the end of the game to gain 4 points. So if we can get all the way here, we can spend 5 resources, that's 20 points. So that's a lot. So we're going to try to, the strategy I'm going to lend on is moving up this track and building here. That's probably what we're going to focus on here. So let me remove, so I've got my decree card. I'm going to remove these 2 from the game. And then the Ankh cards, we can either move up the population or happiness. Happiness is the little meeple, population is the big meeple. We can take one of these feathers things, which will let us do our balance. I'll explain that in a moment. Or we can take a scribe. A scribe will let us change the value of a die, or spend 2 scribes doing an Anubis action, which is the free additional action. I think to kind of fit with my strat, we're going to move up on this and take that. So let's set these aside. We're going to set those there. Here are our stuff. Here's our starting resources. So basically the way the game works is that each turn we'll take a die. If the die is in the outermost area, it's pure, which means that it goes to the left side of our balance. And the die on the middle row is tainted, which means it goes to the right side of our balance. And the die at the very top in the innermost ring is forbidden. We cannot use them. And the idea is that we're going to want to try to get our balance on the scales as equal as possible. So the pip value is going to determine, how balanced one side is versus the other. And that's going to help us determine turn order between rounds. So we want to get closer to 0 as possible. And if we get too negative, we even will lose points. So we want to avoid that. the way the Otama works is that they're going to do this action here, and then we're going to flip a coin and decide if they're going to go up or over, and we'll do their actions as that comes up. Oh, I should move this up 3 because that is for my other card. Was up 3 after I got my decree card, or not my decree card, my technology card. So the Otama is going to go here. They're going to start off by going there. This means they're going to take the highest valued brown die, and they don't necessarily care about tainted or for pure, but they do preference them. So they're gonna, if there was more than one available, I think they would preference a pure die. But they're gonna take this here, which is a 3. It's the highest value because that one's forbidden. What that means is they're gonna take this action. This is the Horus action, and so when they do this, they're gonna build a statue. And when they build a statue, there's a couple caveats here. So they're gonna build one for the people on the Seth board. So this is Seth. But if they would get 2 Throth actions, Throth is this, which they won't, so we're going to ignore that. Otherwise, they're going to build a statue for the god of the die value. So the die value is 3, so they're going to build a god here, or a statue for the god there, and we're going to put that here. So basically what that means is that anytime anybody uses that action, they're going to gain a point. So wherever there's a statue, the first 2 1 and 2s, if they take that option, if anybody's there, or I'm sorry, if the bot is there and anybody takes an action, they'll get a scribe. If it's on the 3 or 4 value, so here or here, they'll get a point, and if it's on the 5 or 6 value, they'll get a scribe and a point. And scribes are every 2 scribes are worth a point at the end of the game for them. So that's their action. That's done with. It's our turn now. Like I said, I kind of want to work on getting this up, and so we can get this all the way to the end. That'll be great. To do that, we would take these actions here. But I do want to probably get some buildings out, and I want to get maybe some production done, so we may go over here. But when we do that, we're going to end up giving them a point, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead, and we're going to take this 4. It's tainted, so we're going to take that 4. We're going to give them a point because they've got a statue there. And that means we can take a building from our player board and place it on any one of these 4 spots. When we do that, we're going to gain our production. It'll go up by what's denoted there, as well as get the resources up in the top. And I have this special building that is from a mini expansion that gives me 2 times the value when I place it on there. So we're going to do that actually. And it gives you 2 times the value of the resource we're obtaining, as well as 2 times the production increase. So we're going to go here. And I'm going to go up twice on the bread track and twice on the papyrus track. And we're going to get a gold. We're going to get 2 gold actually. We're going to get 2 bread. So we're going to set those over here. I also have the geek up bit, so that makes these are normally cardboard. So I've got the nice little acrylic things. At the end of when we do a scoring phase, whoever has the majority in these spots will get 3 points during that, and then the majority broken is if there's equal number, then whoever has the highest position will get the point. So you get higher production the lower value you go, but you get better, you get more points if you go towards the top, or you have a better chance of getting more points if you go towards the top. So, okay, so now they're going to go up or over, so let's flip the coin, and they're going to go up, so they're going to go up to here, which for them, now they're going to take the Osiris action, which is going to be here, so they're going to take this 2, which is there. That means, and it's a black 2, so they're going to build a building on there. And I think they just get rid of this. I don't know what they do with... Yeah, I believe they just get rid of the gold there. So whoever builds a gold, or whoever builds a 2 gets a gold. So I believe they just get rid of it. It doesn't say, but I'm going to remove it because they don't do anything with resources anyway. Okay. Now it is our turn. And when we do that, we actually lose a happiness. I forgot to do that. So we lose a happiness when we build. So we went down. This track also determines what cards we can buy. And so wherever your happiness marker is determines. So right now, the bot and I can only take from this beige area. What do we want to do here? It's not a lot of pure dye. We do have some bread, so let's go ahead and do this. We'll take this 6. We're going to spend 2 bread and 2 gold as bread to build right here. We're going to gain one of each of these resources. So we're going to get a granite, a gold, a bread, a limestone, and a papyrus. And then we would score 3 points for each column, but there are no columns. And then we increase our happiness, or I'm sorry, our population by the pip value. So it's going to increase it by 6, go up to 14. Now that a population has gone here, we'll reveal these cards. Again, we can't take them because our happiness is too far back, but we'll see what they are. So we're going to reveal. We're going to pull this here, that there. And at the end of the game, we can only score 3. We can only score 3 of these decree cards, and they have to be different symbols. So, okay, so I've taken 2 dice. He's taken 2 dice. We're going to do a rotation here. And then when we do that, we're going to roll 2 die. We're going to add 2 here. So we're going to roll those, and we have to rearrange this too. So new dice, like forbidden dice, will become tainted or pure, and they'll move around. So we're adding to this middle section, the shaded section. So there's that. That becomes that way. That becomes that way. That one will stay the same. This one will stay the same. This and this become forbidden. This becomes that. This comes down here. Okay. And then we're going to add to that shaded area. 1 here and there. So in the 2 shaded areas, no dice are forbidden. The green die is always pure. The blue and the red and the gray die are always tainted. That's how that works. So we're going to flip the coin and do the bot. They're going to go up to here and do the Throth action. They're going to take the highest value die. So they're going to take this 5, which is going to let them take 3 cards. And they have to take from their section. So they're going to take these 3 cards. They'll score some points for these during the scoring phase. But we're going to go do that. Okay. Oh, wrong thing. All right. We want to try to balance ourselves out, so we're going to probably take some pure stuff, but we got to kind of figure out what's going to work for us. I could take some cards. We've got a lot of gold here. But I do kind of like the idea of putting another building out and maybe producing. So let's take this 5. We're going to put it there. We're going to decrease this as well. We're going to put a building out. And we're going to put that building here. We're going to get 2 papyrus for that and go up 2 on that as well. And then this is the bot's final action of this. Oh, and I got to give him a point for doing that. Actually, he gets a point too for coming back there earlier. So they're going to go up. He's going to take this action here, which means they're going to take this 3 black die. He's going to get a scribe for that. So give him a scribe. And then based on the die value, he's going to take this, which is because he took a 3. That nets him 2 points. He's going to place this in the section that's going to give him the most points. And to do that, he gains points based on the buildings that are around. And I think it doesn't matter whose buildings. And then he'll score 2 points for touching edges. So he would technically probably score more for going on a corner because he can place a building there later. So we're going to pick 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll just roll a die. If it becomes 5 or 6, we'll move it. But that's how we're going to select randomly. So he's going to place here randomly, and he'll get 2 points for that. And then we'll move this down. And I'll refill it. He would preference one of these. He would preference if this was placed out there, but it hasn't been yet, so we're going to wait on that. Okay, so I kind of want a 5-ish kind of thing. Is there a 5 I can take? Doesn't look like it. However, there is this, we're going to spend the scribe when we take this, and then make this into a 5, so we're going to get 5 from this. Because we can increase its value by 2, or decrease its value by 2. And we're going to spend 3 papyrus to take 3 cards. And the only section we can take from is here. And when playing a blessing, we're going to gain a gold. So we've got 2 blessing cards. This one lets us gain any combination of 5 soldiers or priests. This lets us, when taking a die, you can treat it as a different color, and you may adjust it by the value, so that could come in handy for something. And then we've got this, is that you can use limestone and granite interchangeably, and when we do so, we'll get a point. So we've each taken that. We're going to rotate to here, which means we're going to reset to the new round. At the beginning of the game, so we're at 0 because we have 10 and 10. They're going to count for -3. Oh no, they're going to count for 3. I'm sorry. So the closest to 0 will be first in player order. So it's going to be us. Since we rotate it, we're going to have to reset the dice, and we're going to take all the die that we used and shuffle them into the bag. And we're going to now move these around. So this is going to stay here. This is going to move up here. That'll come here. Those are going to stay there. This will come here. Those will stay there. This will go up here. Okay. And then we're going to add 2 more die to the spot there. So they're actually both pure. And we're going to add 2 die to this shaded area. And they're going to both be pure as well. And we're going to get to go first. Oh, and so in doing that, we get to choose what Ankh card we want. Now, if I had more... Didn't I take a blue? I took a blue, didn't I? Yes, I believe I took a blue. And taking a blue, I should have went up, and I think it was 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I can spend that to take one of these cards, and I'm going to. So I'm going to spend 5 to take Scrolls of Thoth. So this is a kind of one-off effect we get to use. We get to draw. I can draw 2 technologies and keep one. And I can do that during my turn. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to do that. So I'll draw 2 technology cards. This one is when you take a tainted die to perform a god action, you may spend 1 scribe to also produce resources. Ooh, I need some scribes though. And then this one is when you perform the Hoth action, gain 2 additional victory points per pillar. I think we're going to go for this one. So, okay. Got a lot of technology here. Let's go ahead and play this blessing, and we're going to gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can split it between the 2, but that's how I'm going to do it, and I'll get us a gold because of our 1 technology. Okay, a lot just happened there, but we're going to figure out what to do. So, while we're at it, let's go ahead and take this 5 here. We're going to spend 2 gold to do this, and we're going to move our happiness marker up 5, up to 8, because it requires 2 papyrus, and we don't have any. And yep, I think that's it. So, oh yeah, we have to reset the AI. Okay. Okay, so the AI is going to go. They're going to take the Cyrus action, and they can't because there are no available die. The only die there are forbidden. So they're going to go counterclockwise and take that. So they're going to take the 6 here. They're going to gain themselves a point, and they're going to place this out here. So when we go to our scoring phase, they're going to score 6 points, and I'm going to score 6 points. So I need to get a building up here higher, and there aren't any available. So we're going to have to hopefully that when we rotate, if this moves down, I can get the 4 and put it out here and block part of it. But we'll see. Okay, our go now. And what do we want to do? We could take one of these die here, and if we take one of these die here, we'll place a building in one of those spots. We'll score points on interim scoring, and we'll get that benefit. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to take this gray 2, which is tainted. It's going to place this building here. We're going to get a gold. And then on interim scoring, we'll end up... oh, yeah. And then we also are going to spend our 4 to place this out somewhere. And when we do this, we get this tainted, this like blood token, and this counts as a permanent tainted value. So it's always going to be basically, I always have an extra tainted value on my board. But I'm going to put this down and cover up an icon, and when I cover whatever icon we cover up on here, we're going to get that bonus. I don't know if it's just the... Yeah, they do not go away. I'm trying to make sure, do we get, when we cover stuff up, when we cover stuff up, I believe we get the value, we get what's ever printed underneath, but I don't know if it's the total or just one of that icon. And the first one that we do on here cost us 4, so this costs 4. But if we were going to, if any way to put here, it would cost 5. Now the Otama doesn't, the bot doesn't care about that, but we do. So these are conquest tiles. We're gonna get exactly 1 of each resource depicted on the conquest. Oh. Okay, so we actually don't gain the benefit. We just cover up the benefit. So I'm going to use that actually and place it here. Okay. Okay, so that's done. I've taken 2 die. The bot's going to take a die, so let's flip their coin. They're going to move up, take the highest value black die available. Both of the black die on the deal are tainted or forbidden, so they're going to take the highest value white die, and the only one here is this 5. So they're going to take this 5. Again, their preference would be to, if they could build a statue for Seth to gain 2 Throth actions, then they would. That would mean that there has to be 2 buildings in this row to place it here, and there's only 1, so they won't do that. So then they're going to build one for, if the god statue space is already occupied, it builds a statue for Seth, which would be here. Oh, so they just go ahead and build there, I think. Oh, no, they build for the god that they take. So he's going to build a statue for here. So, okay. I'm tripping. Here we go. He's going to build a statue for there. If that space that he wanted was taken up already, then he would build one for over there. Okay. So now we're going to rotate. And when we rotate, we are going to throw some more dice out. So do that over there, and we're going to go over here. So these will all be tainted. This is going to move up. That's going to be tainted. That's going to move. That's going to stay as it is. Pure, tainted. There we go. Okay, Argo. When taking a die, you may treat it as a different color, and you may choose to adjust the value by 1. This may be good just to get the gold. But there's not a lot of pure dice out there, and if I take something from over here, he's going to end up getting some ascribed for that. But we are going to come up on a scoring, but we didn't get any dice for here, so that's not going to really do us any good. Oh, I got to refill these. I could treat some stuff. We might want to save that. We also need to consider that, so during the scoring phases, we also have to pay for our buildings, and so we have to pay 2 bread for that. So that's some other piece that we have to consider. Right now we're at 5, and we're at 5 versus 3. So I don't know what I want to do. I just don't know. Let's go ahead and do this. I think this is what we're going to do. So we are going to spend... We're going to take this 2. It's going to give the bot a scribe because they have a statue there. And we're going to spend... because we can use these interchangeably. We're going to spend one of these granites as a limestone and then a gold as that. We're going to get a point for doing that. And we're going to build this building here. So we're going to get a point for that. We're going to place that building somewhere. We're going to place that building here. It's going to get us a scribe and 3. I don't remember what these are called. Well, if I can grab them, we're going to get a scribe and 3 of these things. I suppose I could have changed the value of it, but it doesn't matter. What are these called? What they do is these things here will let us add to either side of our balance, and so we could use it to kind of mitigate that. But I don't think we get to keep them between rounds, so they're going to go away. I can't remember what they're called though. Faith tokens. Okay. We're going to build here. We're going to get those items. We're going to play this here, and it's going to get us a point because we're matching an edge here. These will move down, and we'll draw a new tile from up there. I don't know if that was the best play, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. Bot's turn. They're going to move up again. They're going to take the highest value yellow die, which is this one. They're going to get themselves a scribe. Now they're going to build this one out, which is going to get them 3 points. 1, 2, 3. They're going to build this in the spot that's going to give them the most points. That's going to be here, 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 or here, because those spots will give them 2 edges. And they don't care about the colors matching. We do, but they don't. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'll roll a die for that. Okay, let's roll again. 1. So they're going to go here, and they're going to score 2 points for that. They would score for, I guess here technically would be more points because they should score, they would score 2 and then a point for the building. So they're actually going to go there, never mind. Because they score for points for buildings, regardless of who owns them. The scoring here is relative to who like your own buildings, but they score the placing a pillar out. Oh, and I gotta give them their pillars. Placing a pillar out would only matters for whoever's. It doesn't matter on yours specifically. So okay. So our turn now, and we've got one more turn before we go to a scoring phase. So we're going to want to figure out who we want to, what do we want to do? We have 3 here, and we have 7 here, so we're at a 4 differential. This will make up any of that difference, so it gives us a little leeway. I kind of want to get something built out here, but I can't. Well, I need some bread too, which is also problematic. So the other thing you can do is take a die as production. So you take that color die and get resources equal to or relative to that color. You can't do that for green, gray, blue, or red. And then you cannot exceed from producing. You can't exceed. You cannot exceed the amount of your production. So, for instance, I can only produce 4 bread. So if I take a 5 bread value, I would get the 5 bread, but one of the bread would go and be tainted. So it'd count against me. But I do need some bread, and I don't want to use this gold. And it doesn't matter because I can change the color of it with this and change the value. So it may be worth just taking some big die and maybe using it to deny. He's either going to go here or he's going to go here. But I kind of want to get something here to block him from taking those. And if I do that, I'm going to spend the only bread that I have, and if I can't pay, we lose points. And I don't want to lose points. When you take a tainted die to perform a god action, you may spend one scribe to also produce. Ah, okay, there it is. Okay, that's the trick. So we're going to... I'm going to do this, and I'm going to change this into a 4. I'm going to do this blessing. I'm going to change this into a 4. That's going to give me a gold for playing a blessing. Then I'm going to spend the scribe to... because that's a tainted die when I perform the god action to produce. So I get to do both. So we're going to get ourselves 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to take this, and we're going to place this somewhere. And I can place that here. We're going to get the items here. We're going to get one of those. We have to pay 2 for that, but we're going to get one of those. So we're going to get a granite. We are then going to score 3 points for each of our columns here, and then we're going to increase this by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Your happiness can never exceed your population, so you have to consider that. And so right now we're at 7. We're at 7 on both of those. So actually we're good either way. I mean, it doesn't even matter what we do with that. And then the other one will just get discarded. Bot's turn. Let's see what they want to do. Oh, I have to give them a scribe for that. No, I don't. That's not the right spot. Okay. Bot's going to move across. So they're going to take this 6. They're going to give themselves a scribe. They're going to take this, which is going to score them 3. 1, 2, 3. They're going to place this where they're going to score the most points. And here, or here would score them the most points. Actually, I think both of them would score them the equal amount of points because there's a building here as well as they're going to get 3 edges. I think that's all they... I don't think they score any more than that, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, they just get points for touching edges. So they have 2 options here, and they're equal amounts. So I'm going to just do even, odd. Even. Okay, so they're going to place up here. They're going to score 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And then they're going to score a point for that. Oh, that was me. I'm back here. 1, 2, 3, and then a point for that. I think I didn't miss anything. I think I got everything. All right, so we are now at the halfway point of the game. We're going to rotate here. We're going to do a scoring phase. Now, for the scoring phase, we're going to look at everything that's got the silver hourglass here. That's denoted by this here. So we're going to do that. So let's just start from the left and go right. Here, we have the majority, so we're going to gain 3. We have the majority here that we're going to gain 3. They have it here and they have it here, so it's going to be 6 for both of us. We're then going to look at... Let's keep it moving, keep it moving. We're going to look at this track. They're still back here on their happiness, but we're past 1 mark here, so we're going to gain 3 points for each triangle we've passed. We've passed 1. That's going to be 3 points for us here. Let's take a look here. So on scoring, we're going to score points equal to the amount of buildings and things we have around here. So we're going to score 2 points for that. Then we're going to score a point for each building or statue that's in line with our own pillars. So we have 1, so we're going to get a point for that. We're going to score 4 points for this. He doesn't score anything there. We would then score for our production. He doesn't score for production, but we have one of ours at full max capacity, so we're going to gain 2 points. We're going to score for this area here, and we haven't uncovered that yet, but then we have to pay for the bread icons revealed, so we've got to pay 3 bread. And then finally, we're going to score for statues. We have no statues built, but they have 3 statues built, which is going to yield them 6 points. And I believe I got everything. Let me just double check. Resources, temples, statues, happiness marker, production, building row, and then pay bread. Okay, we got it. So now we're going to balance out. He's going to automatically be 2, and I'm going to automatically be 1. Or I'm not going to automatically 1. I'm 0, I guess, because I didn't do that. So we maintain first player order. Those are gone now. We're going to reset his board. And I'm going to take this Chariot of Ra right now. So, oh, I haven't been giving myself this either. Whenever we build a query or a workshop, we get soldiers. I haven't been doing that, so I got to remember to do that. Okay, so let's set them up here. Okay. Okay, we're going to throw these back in the bag. So the first, when we're rolling, if we grab a gray die for accounting for the first shaded area, we actually add it to that board if it's missing a die, or if it's empty. Can't remember if it's completely empty or if it's if there are fewer than 2, 3. Okay, yeah, there are fewer than 2 die. Then yeah, okay, and then this will get added here, and then we're gonna add to that area finally. Okay. So let's reconfigure the purity of every area. These are going to become pure. This is going to stay the same. Those are all tainted. That's going to go up here. This is going to stay the same. And then these are all going to be here. Okay. And then I'm going to spend my blues to get Chariot of Ra, which means I can draw up to 2 decree cards and keep 1, and I'm just going to go ahead and do that right now. So we have gain 4 victory points for production on 5 or 6, or gain 3 points for each leftover scribe. I'm going to go with the production just because that's kind of the avenue I've taken. So I'll be able to score both of those towards the end of the game. So I may want to focus on getting a bunch of production to spend on this and then turn around and get a bunch of points for that. So I think that's probably what we're going to aim for. Okay, so I think we've got everything reset. I think we're good to go. Okay. I do want to get some of this space over here. Unfortunately, there's not a... yeah, I've got to increase some stuff. Let's do this. I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted. Oh, I never reset this either. Let's put another one of those out. Okay. Let's go ahead and take this 4. We are going to lose a happiness. We're going to place a building. I'm going to place that building on that spot. No, I'm going to place it here. We're going to go up on here 2, and we're going to gain 2 bread. So that'll score us at the end of the game 4 points right there. 8 points right there. So that's pretty good. They're going to take the highest value green or blue die, or no, green or red die, I'm sorry. And when there's a tie, they go for where they have, I believe they go for where they have, because there's a tie here. There's a 4 and a 4 there. If tied where they have a statue, break further ties with the highest value Horus bonus, but they don't have statues in either one. If no such tie is available, repeat the process for the next resource. Oh, there is a die. If still tied, choose randomly. So I'm going to choose randomly between the 2. I'll roll the die out of the bag. So we're going to say even, odd. Okay. So they're going to take this 4. They're going to then take 2 cards from their section. Oh, I didn't score. I forgot to score this for them. So for these, when they score these, they will discard these and score 2 points each. So, and then a point. Then they keep this, but then score 1 point for this. So those are gone. So they're going to take from the highest section they can, and they're going to take a technology card and a blessing card. They're going to take the highest value they can too. So in this case, they'll take from the right over. Okay. Okay. Argo now. I do want to get down here, so we're going to have to take some of these dice to do that. We are putting ourselves in kind of a bad spot for this because all that are available are tainted die. However, we can get a building out, which may be what we're going to want to do. So we're going to take this gray 5. I am going to spend the 2 bread and my 2 gold to take my building here and place that building there. Is that what I want to do? No, let's place, we'll spend 3 and I'll keep one of the gold. We'll place it there. We're going to score 3 points for our pillar. So 1, 2, 3. We're then going to get all these resources. So 1 of everything. And then finally, we are going to move this up by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I believe for us to get the bonus there, it has to be our, what needs to go up there? I don't know if it's our, if our happiness has to get there or our population has to get there. Who gives me population? Yeah, it's happiness. So happiness needs to get up there. So we're not going to do that, but that's our go. We'll flip the coin for this. They are going to move over, which is going to give them the highest value brown die. I guess tie is broken by where they have a statue. They have a statue here, so they're going to take this one, and they're going to place a building there, and they're going to get a point for that. Okay, so kind of beating us here, but that's okay. We're going to do a rotation. Rearrange. Ooh, that's interesting. We got a brown die there. That actually is a good option. Okay. So these black die are going to be pure still. This one's going to be forbidden. These yellow and the green will be pure. The white and the red will be tainted. They're going to stay forbidden. This is going to become forbidden. These are going to be pure. And then brown and yellow are going to be pure. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to take this 5. It's going to go over here. We're going to spend a papyrus and a gold. And we're going to go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to get a gold back. And now when we take, if we were to take any cards, we can literally take from any section. But that's our turn. Let's do the bot's turn. They're going to go up. They're going to take this action, but they cannot. So they're going to move counterclockwise. They're going to take the highest value die. So they're going to take this. Which means they would build a statue for him. And actually, they're going to get a point ascribed for that. However, they can't. So they're going to build here. Okay. So right now, I need a 5. I need a pure 5. Because my Ankh value was 2, and so we'll tie for 1, and he'll go first the last round, unless we can do something about it. But I don't think I can. So we're gonna probably just take what we can here. Oh, what do we want? What do we want? I don't have the papyrus to take this spot. I could finagle something over here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to take this 4. I'm going to spend my bread and my gold to put a building out and put that building out here to get us a papyrus, a gold, and a faith token. Ah, this is perfect. Okay. we're going to score no points, and then we're going to move this up 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're maxed out. So at the end of the game, we can spend 5 resources and get 20 points. So that's what we're going to try to do. Okay. I don't think I gave myself the 3. That's fine. Okay. The bot's turn. They're going to go up and take this action. They can't, so they're going to go counterclockwise. Or no, counterclockwise would be this way. Was I going clockwise earlier? I might have been going the wrong direction earlier, but that's fine. I should have gone this way. So they're going to take this here. Again, they're going to take these 2. And that will be the round. We're going to rotate. We're going to go into balance here. So they're going to be a difference of 1, but we're a difference of 0 because we have 10 on each side. So we maintain player order, first player order. I'm going to take their die. And we're going to roll. So those are going to go there. Those are going to go there. Okay. And let's rearrange. I gotta do this up. Ooh, I kind of want this. That seems interesting. And this time I don't have enough of the priest to take this last card. So we're just going to take one of these other cards here. And I'm going to take the one that gives me the happiness there. Okay, so we know they're going to take they're going to take the highest value brown die. So I'm going to probably try to grab that before they can because we get turn order. So let's rearrange some things first. Those are going to be there. They're going to stay. Everything here is that. These are going to be here. That's going to stay. And these are going to be up here. Okay, so they're going to take the highest value brown die. I'm going to take this 4 for production. So we're going to take that. We're going to gain 4 bread. And we need 6 bread in order to pay for all of our workers. And we have 6. So that'll put us in a good spot at the end of the game. Actually, I'm going to swap that out for that. And then I want to try to get other resources. I need to get some other resources for my other decree card. Okay. Bot's going to take the highest value brown die, which is going to be this 2. They are going to move up on here twice and gain a scribe. No, 2 scribes, sorry. Our go. Let's see. What do we want to do? So we do have the majority here, but I'd like to get up above here, but I can't because this whole area has been blocked off. And when we take a die for production, we don't do the God action bonus there, so we don't have to worry about that. Here though, because he's got a God here, if we take one of those die, we have to. I don't remember what we give him. We give him something. I'll have to figure that out if it comes to that. Okay. Okay, what do we want to do here? If we did get something out there, we could get some points. I want to get these buildings out, though. And that's the most important thing is I get these buildings out. That's 10 points. So if we do go there, I got to remember what we give him. Okay, he just gets a victory point. So if we take the 3, we'll get 2 bread or 2 papyrus, and we'll score 3 points. Or we take the 5, we're going to score 2 points and get 2 scribes. And the 2 scribes could be a Anubis action, which gives us an additional action. I think I'm going to go for this. So I'm going to take this gray, 3. He's going to score a point for that. We're going to spend 4 soldiers there to get this out here. We're going to get 2 bread or 2 papyrus. Let's go for the papyrus. And then we're going to place this out and gain an additional tainted die or tainted value. We're going to place this somewhere. Let's place this. Let's place this here. Okay. And then we will refill that. Okay. Bot's turn. They're going to move up. They're also going to take this action. So they're going to take this 5. They're going to put that here. And they'll get a point because somebody took the die there. So they'll pick a building if the region is unavailable. If it cannot build, it scores 3 points. If it builds, it scores 2 points. And if there's a statue beneath that region, they score an additional 3 points. But there's not a statue beneath that region, but they do score their 2. You place the conquest tile where it would score the most points during a raw action. So they're going to take this, and where they would score the most points would be somewhere that they could get the most. They'll score 2 points, they place over it, and they place it here. This will probably score them the most points. We're going to place that there. Okay, rotation. All right. And at the end of the game, if at the end of the game, whoever's in point lead gets 3 points. So we probably want to try to maintain first player as much as we can. So that's going to stay there. These don't move. This moves down here. These are pure. These are tainted. These are going to stay where they are. This is going to move down here, and these are going to go here. And then there, and there. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any way for us to... I could take that 4, but it's going to put us in a bad spot because there aren't a lot of pure dice. If I take the 4, it's not going to give us any for up here. So I think what we're going to want to do in this instance... What do we want to do? Oh, I kind of like this. So right now we're at 5 and 1. Can I finagle? I'm going to take this pure 1. We're going to gain a card. We get 1 single card. And I'm going to gain this. Although, this will get us 3 points per workshop, which is bread and papyrus. So that's 9 points at the end of the game. Or we can get 3. Yeah, we're going to get this one. So this will give us 9 points at the end of the game for what the buildings that we have. So this is going to get refilled. All right. Oops. They're going to move over to the right. They're going to take the 5 here. They're going to gain a scribe for that. And then they're going to take this, which is going to get them 3 points. 1, 2, 3. This is what I was hoping they wouldn't do. They're going to place that here and get themselves 3 more points. 1, 2, 3. And then get 2 points for placing on top of a conquest tile. And then they're going to score 2 points for the buildings. So, okay. Our last action. I've got enough to pay. I want to get that last building out. I don't think we're going to get turn order. So do I give them turn order? I think I'll net more points though. So this is what we're going to do. We're going, oh yeah, I didn't spend any. Okay, we're going to take this 1 and we're going to pay a happiness to take our last building and put that building here. It's going to get us a limestone, and that's going to move up there. So we've basically blocked them from scoring that. But that's our last turn. We're done. Oh, and I get to go up 3 on here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And they're going to move across and take the highest die, blue or black, red die. They're going to take this blue die here, which is going to... What is it? What happens when they take a blue die? They take a blue die for Osiris. What happens if they take a... Because the die really depends on the color there. It just says it'll builds a workshop or query. It does not pay happiness. Ignores our research production. The die determines the color, and then any other color equals column with the fewest total buildings. So they're going to take this. They're going to build the fewest... with the fewest total buildings, which are these two. But if it places here, it scores over me. So it's going to probably do that one. Yeah, well, and it says if tied, choose the leftmost one. So they're going to get that. So we kind of just got completely mollywopped by that. But we are going to... they are going to gain a point for that. And then we're going to rotate. And now we're going to go to scoring. So I think because they're going to be 1, we are going to be -1. And then when it comes down to, because the Ankh card I took, I think was this one. Their Ankh value is 4, so they're going to beat me. So they're going to get that. So they're going to take that first player's thing. So let's go ahead and score for the game here. So we're going to start from here. They're going to score 3 points. We're going to score 3 points. We're going to score 3. They're going to score 3. So 6 and 6 again. So despite my efforts, we did not overcome that. We are then going to score for here. We're going to get 9 points because our happiness reached the 3 mark. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They don't get any for that. We're going to score a point for each of our buildings out here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to score points for our buildings and our columns and rows of buildings that correspond with our pillars. So we get 2 points because we get the point for this way and the point for this way. They don't get any because he didn't get any buildings out here. We're then going to score for the Seth board. We're going to get 7 points there. So it's going to put us at 65. He's going to score 2 points for that. We are then going to score for production. So we're going to get 4 points for that. We're going to have to score for our buildings. We're going to pay our 6 bread. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We pay the 6 bread, but then we're going to score for the points revealed there, which is 10. And then he's going to score, we're going to score for statues. And we don't have any statues still, but he's got 4 statues out, which I believe is another 10 points. So game's really close. I think that's it for the interim scoring. I believe that is it. Okay. But here's where I think we're going to come back. So, and then for interim scoring, yeah, he's going to score 2 points for these and 1 point for all of these. So 2 points for those. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3 for the tech cards. And then now during final scoring, he would get 4 points for every decree card, but he got no decree cards. And then he's going to score a point for every 2 of these. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's going to be 4 points for him. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he's going to get 3 points for having first player marker there. So 1, 2, 3. So he's got 99 points. Let me just make sure I don't mess this up. End of the game. Oh, okay. It looks like they changed the scoring for the bot on that. Okay, well, okay, so the back of the book, the back of the expansion book is a player aid for solo, and it says that the bot scores only 1 point for technology, But then the back of the book for the base game says each technology counts as 2 points and is then kept. So we're going to go with that. So he would have gotten 3 points, and then I think another 2 points. So I think he's at 10. I think he's at 104. I think that's where he's at. But for us, let me double check here. Yeah, okay, hold on. Scoring, just want to make sure I'm not tripping. So it says each, we can now score any decree cards. Any player can score up to 3 decree cards in total, but no more than 1 type. Okay. So I've got my 3 types here. We're going to score 3 points for every workshop. So it's bread and papyrus. We've got 3, so we're going to get 9. It's going to put us at 88. We're going to score 4 points for each of our productions at 5 or 6. So that's going to be 8 points. It's going to put us at 96. And then finally, we're going to score 4 points. We can spend 5 resources. So it says 4 points. It says per triangle, your population marker is reached. We've reached all 5. Pay 1 resource to gain 4 victory points. We're going to spend 5 resources to get 20 points. It's going to put us at 116. So we won. There's probably a couple rules goofs in there, but for the most part, that gives you an idea how the game is played. Like I said, this is one of my favorite games, just period. It's super, like, there's just so much going on. You know, we didn't even touch the statues, but we could have gone to like a statue route and did some stuff there. I think he might have, I might have shorted him a point or two. If I did, I apologize. But you can go like full on with that. You can go full on like building here and putting your buildings around there and scoring a bunch of that. I haven't really gone up this track this far before, so that was kind of fun. And then like kind of just relying on like getting a few cards to score me some stuff and then bumping myself all the way up there. So that was a lot of fun. But yeah, there are multiple ways to win, multiple strategies. Like if you get all your statues out, it's 21 points. So if you just like hardcore focus on like statues, and then it requires granite. But like this was great because granite and limestone were interchangeable. So you could get both of those, put all your statues out. Anytime anybody does anything, you force them to pay you, or put your statues out here. If you put a statue out here, it supersedes both of these columns. So you don't even need to put buildings there to get the points there. So yeah, so there's a lot of stuff you can do in this game. It's really good. These cards, like the card play is really interesting because it gives you like the simplicity of like you take a die and do the action based on the die value and place it on the left or right depending on if it's in the shaded area, if it's tainted or not. But then you get these cards, and these cards do all kinds of crazy stuff. And some of them get really crazy, like let you take additional adjacent actions, or will let you, I don't know. They're just, it's just a lot of fun. This is a really good game. It's one of my favorite games, just period. It's my favorite T game by good margin. And yeah, I just love it so much. And I feel like it's super underrated, especially in the T game series, because Teotihuacan's the one everybody loves. And I like Teotihuacan. I've got it on the shelf over there. And I've got Toledo, and I like that one a lot too. But Tehkenu, this is my jam. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a lot of fun. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Oh, the other thing too is like these are variables, so you can switch these around and change what goes where for that. I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff with this game. It's great. So if you guys like heavy Euro games, especially solo, it's a David Turtzi design, so the solo bot is pretty straightforward. And then with the expansion, you get a nice solo player rate on the back, and it's just great. So it's just super good. I love this game. I love it so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.